Boom. We there. How everybody doing today? Yeah, I forgot to push the mic down. Boom, and we there. How everybody doing today? I was supposed to jump on here yesterday this morning, but I got things going on. Yes, sir. It's a lot. Tell me. Like on the bike, just took a bike ride. Had to go grab some water and some sauce. Make some dinner for the night. Me and a little family over here. I here feeding, out here feeding chickaboos. You ready? All right, let's get to it. I'm saying words that they say. Let's get to it. Spin the block on them with 8 words. There's a lot going on, a lot of the energy, a lot of the energy going on, a lot going on, going on, going on. Come on, chickaboo. Yeah, that's my call. Come on, come on, chickaboos. Me and the family over here. Come on. Trying to teach them my call. Here. It was up here right before I went live, you know what I'm saying? Then they just jumped down because I tried to go live and I wrote some other stuff up there and uh, it wouldn't let me go live. So I'm back the second time around. That's why it says that. But that's how we feed our chicken. Yeah, uh, but yeah, back at you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, um, man, it's been a rough couple of days. The shoulder getting better. You know what I mean? It's all good. So we out here feeding the chicken. That's what we do, right? Have the unconditional love for each other, one another. I know my thing says news and politics, but it might as well be news and politics because, you know, when you're on this journey, at this point in time, you really nothing but news and politics. And the political, you know what I mean? News and political better because you've been called up from the most high. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't better than nobody, but like, I have to speak it, I have to talk it. Because regardless or not, um, I have to. That's who I am. From Ethereum, I learned that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of things, just, blockages. Like, man, this stuff don't want me to move. Like, you want me stuck in this room over here and be a problem with my best friend and his families. So, yeah, I'm seeing what's what. Like we this close, y'all. We got to band together, pull together, and you um, hold our ground, 10 toes down, stay in position, hold your position. You know what I mean? It's getting serious. Like, man, I had so many blockages, and then they're saying manifesting. You got to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting in this work to do this since like a year and a half, ago, actually. Through all what was ahead of excuse me, through all what was ahead of me. This journey not easy. Not especially when it's me. I got too many attacks, like from every angle. Like they blocking everything off. I was attacked at work. The guy tried to snatch me on the forklift. He didn't know this little 155 pounds, been working since he was 7 years old, picking fruit. I'm a hog man. I go out in the orange grove. I could pick 10 bins of oranges. Some people that they don't know how to pick oranges. They can't pick one bin in one day unless you're really strong. I've seen them people do that plenty of times growing up. Excuse me. Um, People look at me. I was out picking oranges before, and the guy was from Arkansas. He said, "Hey man, you need to go ahead and try to leave out here like me." He looked at me because I was small. I'm like, "What?" He didn't know I was the best picker out of the whole crew. It was like 30 people in the crew. I was the number one picker. I picked more than anybody, so they called me a hog man. That's what we call it, a person that picks um, the most, the top picker out of an orange crew. You're a hog man. You don't um, work to be a hog man. That's the way I was taught to work. You know what I mean? So and it's the way you work to be a hog man. And picking oranges is definitely not easy. It's a strategy to it. Once you learn that strategy, you know what I mean, you can pick more and people don't understand that. They think a lot of work. Like I was a smooth furniture for 15 years with big companies, United Van Lines, Mayflower, um, Atlas Van Lines, Stevens Van Lines, Allied. Like, I was helping and I became a moving truck driver, moving people from state to state. I worked hard doing that and I dropped down working hard to like this size and I remember I delivered on Christmas Day in Phoenix, Arizona. I delivered a family, and I had three-quarters of a trailer full of furniture on this trailer, and um, so it was on Christmas Day, and I got a company to send a guy out, and so um, I asked him to be there maybe like 9 o'clock in the morning. The guy came out, so I started at 6 a.m. and I asked the guy. I stepped in in front of their house in my truck, because I wanted to start early because I couldn't get help and I needed to get that load off my truck. So I called the guy, told him to be there at 9 o'clock. I started at 6 and I put all the boxes in the house by myself. I broke everything down out of this 53-foot trailer. And, when you're in a semi truck, it's actually taller than inside because it drops down and you have what we call a belly box where you put your walk boards, all your packing material, your dollies, if you need to, it's extra storage also. I can put bikes underneath there. If I'm not putting nothing on the gate, which is on the back of my trailer doors, I close my trailer doors, I put a gate out, put a piece of plywood, I stack on that and scrap it on the back of the truck. You probably seen trucks going down the road like that. That's what type of person I am. Like I'm very smart and very intelligent. I've done all types of jobs. So anyway, so um I unloaded all the boxes into the house. It was a two-story home, big house. It was three-quarters full of furniture. So when the guy got there, all he had to do was just help me move the furniture in. So he got there working 4 hours. So I didn't get out of there until about 8 o'clock at night because I had to put everything together. So I worked from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., 8 p.m. And then I had drove like a madman getting there. So I only slept maybe, I got there about 10 p.m. at night. And I called the company guy and asked, can I, sleep in front of his yard with my truck running because it was cold. And it was like, yeah, I don't see a problem with it. I'm like, okay. So I, you know, um, you know, would let my truck warm up really hot and then I turn it off. And then I get under my cover and I be prepared in this case, my truck not running if I'm in an area where it's -20, I have something where I can stay warm. So I stay on top. I be on point. I stay on game with my the way I handle business, whether it's work, my personal business, anything. So yeah, I um got there and I didn't want the truck running all night because it was loud, and I had a nice decent truck and it's pretty loud. It was a big engine in the truck and and I had stacks pipes and so it was a little louder. So it's gonna run like that. So I um I would let it get really hot, then I turn it off, and then I get on the cover, and I would fall asleep. Then about 2 a.m., I may have to get up and do it again, and then I fall asleep for like 30 minutes. But I have timing on that, and I can get up and turn the truck off, and then it usually lasts me till in the morning till I get up. Then I fire the truck up when everybody's up. There's no problem. So anyway, um, that's what I did, and I started at 6 a.m. and I was done at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. So, and I've always worked that way. So, if you come here in this space, I tell you what, like you got to follow me, like, cause I'll be here, I'll be there, over there, I'm everywhere. Like I've been through a lot. 49 years old. You know, like I say, I'm single. I only have one child. He's 22. It's just me, and it's tough because taking this journey, your family turn against you. Your mom, your sister, like my mom, like they work for the other side. They do. They only proved it. You look at my other videos, like in the first one, I was stuck in that room for a year and a half, and I needed to fix my CDLs. And I needed help with that. They wouldn't help me, so now I'm here, and big dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I got something to fix, and I had everything working against me. You know what I mean? Like it was trying to close me off here. And so I'm running into problems here. So that was part of me speaking about, you know, um, being a driver, putting in the work. I work hard, and so I've been, a master mover. I've been a fruit hog. That's what we call it. I go up to New York, pick apples. I can pick 18, 22 bins of apples. I start in the morning and I eat when I work. That's the trick. And I work all day. I may sit down and take a rest for about 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I don't sit down. I just work all day. And I just don't stop. And I keep going. I bite a sandwich and I work. I go up the ladder. I come down when I'm going with a full sack. I pick my sandwich up. I take a bite. I eat, put it down. I dump my sack. Boom. You know what I mean? Or if I'm picking oranges is a little different, because you have tubs, they circular. They have boxes when you pick an apple, so that's where I would work picking apples. Oranges, I have to stop for a minute, eat a sandwich really quick, and I go to my lunch box like this. I get a sandwich, out, and I'm tired. I just dump my sack in the bin, and I buckle it up, and I set my. Now I go back and I set my ladder with my sandwich in my mouth. I set my ladder to my next setting. Boom. I sit down, eat my ladder with my foot on the foot on the ladder ride. Then um, I eat my sandwich really quick as I'm chewing the last bit of my sandwich. Boom, I'm up the ladder. I go all the way to the top, and I'm picking as I'm coming down. And the thing is, I'm not gonna give you my secret on how to be a fruit hog, because some fruit hogs might be listening, but Spanish people took all that over, and usually I wouldn't have to come here, if I was in Florida, because I could have picked oranges in Florida last year. I tried to pick oranges. Nobody would. The lady wouldn't call me back. They only want the Spanish guys picking oranges. I can go out and make $100 if the orange is there. I can make $100 easy. If you go out and and they just allow me to pick. They usually pay about say back then $7 a bin. So I had to pick like at least about 13. You know, uh, I usually have to pick like about 13, 14. What they usually I used to pick 13, so it was like 750. I know I used to do something like that. It's somewhere like it was like $98, $99, whatever. But it was we just say $100, whatever it was. It was close to 100. We say you make $100 a day. That's what it was. You work hard as hell for that little bit of money. So when you think I'm built for it tough, you can't, what I'm saying? I'm unfuckwittable. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like I'm not no badass, but it ain't sweet over here. People look at me, oh man, what? So this guy think he can grab me at work. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the forklift in the seatbelt, and this guy jumped on the forklift. He's grabbed me, motherfucker. I'm like, hey man, yo. I got my foot on the brake, and I'm like, hey man. And I'm grabbing him like yo. He's shaking me. And I'm holding him like this, like oh, I want to push him off the forklift, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I just was like, got to, and he's pulling me. And so then I was like, pushed him down and I'm trying to look for the, to put it in park, put a parking brake. And so now he steps down and now he's pulling me out of the seat. And I'm like, oh, I forgot my seatbelt on. Now my foot down and my leg up like this. So I'm hurt. And now they I tried to press charges. They didn't want to do that because I really wanted to beat his ass. And then when I got out of the forklift, I grabbed him. I was going to pick him up and body slam him. You know what I mean? Like just let him know, like, hey man, like yo, it ain't sweet over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, not at all. It ain't sweet. That ain't cool. You know what I mean? You can't just think you're gonna come and just, like this little guy, I'm just throwing him off the forklift. Nah, it don't work like that. So I had to show him. And then after a while, I squared up with him. I was gonna combo with him, like, you know what I mean? Like let him go. Like, and he was like, I was just trying to tell you. I ain't want trying to tell me nothing. You almost killed me, bro. My foot was still off that seat, that brake pad. I'd have been dead. That forklift would have towed me up. You know, I was in a bad situation. Now my shoulder messed up and my leg, and I have to ride the bike because the car's broken down to go and get spaghetti sauce. So it's like half a mile ride, you know, and I'm back. And you know, and now the company, they don't want to. I've told them I need to go see their doctor. And they don't want to communicate with me. And I called some lawyers. They don't want to do anything. I argue with the sheriff over here. I argue with the prosecutor. And she said, to me, it sounds like you're the one that was the aggressor. I'm like, so everybody, you know what I mean? It's the energy. Just turning on me so bad. Like, it's not easy. You know what I mean? When you're going through that, man. Like, you know what I mean? I was the victim. But now they're the victim. And everybody I talk to the victim. And I'm like, fuck that, man. Don't play with me, man. For real, bro. But one thing did come out, so now I'm back on the journey to get my CDLs back, you know, lined up. So you know, and you can hear, the divine, you know, when they working and when you can hear your, what's with the light, you know, when you're speaking to it and talking to it, and when you're not, you know, that's why you always conscious every second, every minute, every hour, every week, every day, every month, every year. Total consciousness. Some people, I got to think, hold on, they freak out. You know what I mean? Like, why? You should have already been figuring that out. That's why you multi-dimensional, dumbass. You know what I mean? You don't have to go to no fairy tale world to be multi-dimensional or meet God. Like, but most high, he's not for everybody. They don't people you can earn it, but they don't want to. You know, and so I hadn't found nobody. Like I don't have nobody to talk to but YouTube. And I got a whole process going on with YouTube, you know. And I got a battle on YouTube, literally, like for real. Like I can speak it. You know, I got some situations like and I have to stand up and and like I don't throw my name around. I just told that royal drip. You know what I mean? Like and it's confirmed, you know, like and at this time, you don't know who most high got on assignment out here, man. You don't know. It'll look dark. They wasn't nothing but detectives, man, the whole time. You know, I look at like, the Diddy trial. Y'all better be careful, man. You don't know who the most high got on assignment. I don't want to talk about that, but look at Trump. You don't know who you don't know who the most high might have on assignment out here, man. You gotta be careful. You know, like they say, you don't want to deny a hungry person no food because it might be an angel. I've been hungry or whatever. Ain't nobody doing shit for me, but trying to spin me into a damn problem. Like now I'm sitting here in this little country town, and like they don't like melanated beings. You know what I mean? You come from angelic kingdom. You gotta wake up and realize, like, yo, you a whole earth angel, really? And then like it proved to me in Ethereum. I deal with the celestial man. Like ain't no secret. We here, boots on the ground. You know what I mean? Excuse me. And I don't know how the live thing go, and nobody had jumped in the chat, but when they get in the chat, like it's about unconditional love over here. That's it. Like I say, don't bother me. People can say anything, man. They don't know what time it is. They just talking. Most of them just jealous. If they talking like that, they inorganic. So I don't care about inorganic beings, man. I mean, they not even beings. They bots, nigga. I'm saying like, yo, man, I know a lot. So I'm here to link up with, our tribe, and just for the people, like just be that, so I offer myself for that. So I speak about who I am and why I say that I am the son of the Most High. Like He proved it to me. I don't have to prove it to nobody else, but I just keep speaking and talking. If if you know what I'm saying. If you hear and you hear it, you know what I'm saying. You'll feel it. You'll know. You know what I mean? Then we can really work on something together. Like I don't come with no magical powers. Shit, no. But I am thankful that I am, at least I am in America. I can't say that because I could have been in a worse place than this. And I thank God for that, man. Like, whoa, thank you, Most High. Like, I call him something else, but I won't use that name. Like, because other people picking up on people's stuff, they get it twisted and confused. And and Most High, he cool, man. He loving, caring. He really believe in people's privacy. You know what I mean? Like, privacy is one thing. He big on your privacy. Everybody having their privacy, no matter what. That's why we can be attacked by dark forces and all that. Like he's just that loving and caring. Like they know it, but then they have a time ticking too. You know what I mean? Like when we don't know the whole process. But I have, I already have some things I'm signed to, like a lot, and it's heavy. Like this guy got a shirt. His word heavy. No, nigga. Yo, the responsibilities is heavy. Like you know what I mean? Like people say pray, but you do that as you walking throughout the day. If you're going through something like, thank God, what, thank you. I was just thinking about something like you communicate. That's what you're doing. When you sitting down, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, that's the way I do. Like, so I don't pray on here because I try that. You see on one of the videos, it just come out like that. Like, and I try. Like, it's just I'm just like this. Like, and like it's not saying I don't have to pray. I pray with other people, but if I close my eyes, do it, it's like meditation. You just meditating together. We can sing together, hum, and but we can sit here and we can speak and share our stories, and our testimony, whatever they say, and speak about our journey. Then we really in spirit, you know what I'm saying? Then we with consciousness and focus instead of, oh God, please, we trying to do this, do that, we doing that. And then when you let it go, yes, Lord. But now you pray, you pray the praise of heart, which is good, but you should do that every single step that you take. Every time you take a step, you should be praising, like you should be walking with God. But some people not. So when we walking with God, that's what we literally step by step. We don't. I don't think we have to pray like there's nothing wrong with it. No matter how you get the spirit, it's just spirit. I mean, it could be demonic or whatever. Fuck that. It's spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm light. You know what I mean? Like, fuck with the dark. You know what I mean? I ain't got a problem with the dark, but like, don't play with me. But you've been playing with me for too long now. You know? I can know a lot. You know what I mean? They're now they mad and jealous because they mad because I done ascended. You know what I mean? In the physical. I hit ascended mastery in the physical. You know what I mean? If you own, you know what I'm saying? For real, man. Excuse starting to bite again. So it's nothing to brag on because you know what I mean. My journey wasn't easy, and when I first started it, it was a choice for like maybe a year, maybe a year and a half, somewhere around there. I say I give it a year and a half, something between a year and a year and a half. I'm not sure. It's been I'm not good with on time, like what was what. I just speak about it. So yeah, um, it was a choice. To then after that, it was like there's no turning back. And so it was like, then it was like with Source, like you know what I mean, and that's why it's directly with him. I've been through my phase like with beings, and then I went to archangels, and then you know what I mean. I didn't have ancestors because my ancestors are the are the archangels. I come from the stars, man. You know what I mean? Like I mean, like I come from the angelic kingdom. Like no being can. They don't know. They can't find what's called heaven. You know what I mean? The angelic kingdom from the Most High Source. That you can't. You want to be able to go and sit in that energy over that way. It's too high. You gotta be ready for it. You know what I mean? Like it's different, man. Like I starting to. You know what I mean? I just know some things. You know what I mean? Like I don't know everything. I mean, not in this vessel. Like it's uh mundane vessel. There's nothing wrong with being mundane, but it's just the way we speak, a human being. But it's mundane because some people like me have souls, some don't. Organic, man. So I'm an organic, mundane being, but I'm an earth angel. I come from the stars, man. Like literally. That's why celestial was like, high ranking, when it comes to come from the angelic kingdom. I didn't know it. There's nothing to brag on. Look, I can't connect with nobody, and this stuff keep blocking me. Like everything I'm trying to do, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I just speak my truth. You know what I mean? Like what I went through. So, it's like I said, I started with beings, and then it went to archangels, then it went to source. Boom, and then next thing you know, Mother God came through, and that took like about 3 years. And I've been, you know, I had been, some little, communication with her. It took me maybe 3 months to realize, that what energy I was dealing with. Um, and when she started, saying stuff, and she was confirming everything, and started telling me stuff, and man, man, she loved me, and like you my son, you know what I'm saying, and just personal things like she spoke to me about, you know what I mean, like I mean in the physical in a way, like but not like a angel came down and nah, angels was different, man. And it's different, to go on this journey. Like you can't see it or you can't tell. But when I say I come from the stars, like yeah, like I'm son of the most high. Stuff that was a myth, whatever, it's a part of my life, and let's say, yeah, I could be wrong, but I can't be wrong. I have too many synchronicities and too many things lining up with me, and it's too much proof in the spirits, what we call spiritual, but it's supernatural, also, so, and it's a lot more than that with me, I'm just learning to speak on here. I showed you what I was drawing that was in my part of my life, like, that was there, right there, like even protecting me, like in the Ethereum, like the celestial man, like it's serious with me. Like it's like, yeah, little they didn't show me their presence, like and and like and they confirm like who I am, like and this that shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you deal with something you was taught was a myth and all that, and then you like boom, whoa, wait a minute, bro, like no way, man, like whoa. Hold on. Like, whoa. Like, and it's like, it's like, what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's, you don't know what to think. Like, like I say, like, I know I'm not wrong, like, and like now I got most high source, like, yo, he in the physical, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like, I don't know how he work. I don't even know, but I know he in the physical. He a man like me, a melanated being, like for real. I'm telling you. And it took me some months, like the way he lined up with me, like, yo, it's awesome. Like, but I and he don't man, he don't bother me. He don't like people, doing like being like just be let it flow and just with love and with unconditional love and just you don't take all that. Just be you, but move with in your truth and righteousness with unconditional love. That's it. And just what I mean. But it'll take you to work on yourself because you and with his paradigm, you know what I mean, his paradigm or this program, that we sitting in, on this plane, like it's gonna make you question yourself and all these other things, So check out our chickaboos, they back. So it takes work, to do your shadow work and your dark night of the soul and all those things, and I was learning that stuff from beings that I dealt with, Pleiadians, what I'm saying? They would speak about that, and then it was archangels, what I mean, was tell me stuff. Then next thing you know, I hear human beings on YouTube saying it, and the other people that I'm meeting, I'm like, whoa. I mean, some people they start to talk about the kind of stuff. I'm like, wow, we got big motion. You know what I'm saying? Huh? I'm doing something on the computer. It need gas. You put something in there already? I'm doing something. I'm on the computer. Yeah, so that's my buddy wife want me to start the more. Uh, but anyway, um, so yeah, started from that, and then when Source come in, it was cool and beautiful. You know what I mean? Like the way he just moved in on me. I'm like, what? Like, and it took me a minute. Like even with the mother, the Most High. You know what I mean? My mother, like and like man, and she. I'm not sure. I don't know how that worked, but like she was in somebody energy. You know what I mean? And and um, she would see me cry, and she like would cry. You know, um, that's how serious it is. And I don't. I'm like, wow. Like, I mean, that's how I know. People don't talk about Mother God, but like she backed everything up too, and she know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just been on that process. Like it's Mother God. Like how I can't explain it to you. Like how it works. It's just work, and like that's my mother, and she called me Leo. You know what I mean? She called me Leo, Leo baby. And she's like that. And tell me a lot of stuff. You know, but she don't even mess with me. Like like, and she don't. Then I don't get that energy every day because I'm going through this. And I just be me, just do me, and just take it a day at a time. And because all this stuff, like it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Like people don't want to talk about celestial beings and all that stuff. They want to be fuck all that, nigga. Yo, man, stop playing with me, man. Why am I hiding? Why am I hiding this information? Why? Damn, nah, it's for everybody. Get ready, man. I know my assignment. You know what I mean? A lot of it. This mine is heavy. It's big. You know what I mean? I'm royalty. You can't. I mean, like, what is royalty? Like the fake little ways these people tell you about riches and how to have this, that, and other. But remember, when you're dealing with the Most High, you come from the stars. There's nothing what the rich people got or how they look or whatever. Look, I take dental loss. Okay, I didn't know it, but like, I mean, like, I just, and then like now, I have to keep my faith. And I speak this to the ethers because they be reading the ethers, keep trying to knock me down. I throw it in their fucking face, man. Fuck that. You don't play with me because I seen what this, my celestial, what I mean, protection to do. Man, please, man, we don't lose no battles, not at all. Man, there's something sitting there right now with like 300 soldiers on it. Let them get wrong with me. They'll pull up for real. And like, what I'm saying? CIA, FBI, government, they all know this, man. They all know it. They was on my trail. Like, I'm like, I didn't know it. Like, oh, that's a whole nother story, man. Like, yeah. Then so I have to, like I gotta but I don't know what's next. But I stay optimistic and I keep doing what I'm doing. So like with me, they've been blocking my CDLs for a while. You know, everything. Like this job has got jumped on me. This man, we never man's gotten had words. Like he just got mad because I want to stop. It's just jumped on the track. Motherfucker, and all that. You know what I mean? And now I'm not working. I'm sitting here. Then my boy said, "Oh man, you straight in next thing. So you ain't got a job. So that mean you ain't got no job." Like, oh man, I'm like, damn, you supposed to be my right hand. You supposed to be my ace. Damn, like you acting like that. And I'm telling you what's going on. You trying to tell me, nah, man, he told me, man, you out there, man. Because I just told him some things like, yeah, like I'm telling him about the Most High, like, yo, man, I got something come from Yeshua right now that what I mean. I need to, what I'm saying, get to, but I could, yeah. Jesus, right now. Like, yeah, he be communicating, talking to me too. Ascending master, man. Yeah. All of that. Like, I didn't know this stuff. You know what I mean? Nobody didn't just say, here you go. I'm not fucking lucky. That's what people say, and they be in my ears, they can read it and say, oh, you so lucky. I ain't fucking lucky. How the fuck? It's my shit. Sent to you. But it's like, whoever want to come, man, what you want to do, man? You can handle this? Okay, I got other stuff to do. When I say who I am, I have a lot of, man, I got a lot of other things to do. I ain't just on this planet. I'm just be glued to this planet. That's it. Oh yeah, nah. I got responsibilities, man, beyond people understanding. You know what I mean? Like beyond this vessel understanding. Like people gotta respect that, man. And I respect because like when they say God Most High, so you work hard, man. Come on, man. You think he just bling, just nah, man. You gotta create stuff. It don't work like that, man. Like look how the America was built up. It wasn't just bling like on TV, just zap, and then you get the three wish with the rub the gene, bling, and then something just come up. Nah, man, it take process for everything, right? Okay, then everything was built on this world. Nothing was just blink then or just manifested. The thing about it, just manifested next. And I went from here to there, and it was there. Man, I don't know who you talking to. You talking to some other shit like that. Where that come from? Man, you know how many times I try to do that? Cut it out, man. Cut it out. You finna get slaughtered, man. You get called up, and especially me. You get slaughtered, man. You get slaughtered. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to tell you how deep when I say that's who I am. Like I don't want to get too deep, you know what I mean, into that. Like we get in the lab, you fuck with me, yeah, I'm gonna tell you how deep it goes. Like, that's why I ain't had nobody in the lab. Yeah, I think you gotta be on here for like a week, so many days straight or something. I think I read something like that. I have so much going on, I could catch stuff on the fly. Let's get it. You know what I mean? For real. Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Whoop, goat. That was a real big goat. Oh, that's confirmation. I don't know about that one. Are you? That's a confirmation. Oh, I guess so. You know what I mean? I deal with witches, all kind of shit. Like, got a lot of witches on my trail. Fucking, what do you call them dudes? Uh, Practitioners and all the kind of demonic devil type shit. Everybody think the devil just the devil. Like, man, man, it's South Node energy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where we speak. We part of the collective. We know what's going on. You know what I mean? If you high ranking, you're up on them levels, man. I had one chick, she was on Facebook. Like, man, listen. I had one chick come in energy. And she was like, you want to come up here with the gods. You got to, I already posted over the community. Next thing you know, my celestial was everywhere. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, because, like, you know what I mean? Threats like that. Like, when they make threats, then they show their presence. Like, they pull up. I'm talking about, you think it's helicopters flying around. Yeah. I think it's helicopters. I mean, they ain't gonna leave either. They'll sit. Yo, man, shit. I ain't gonna tell you how deep you run. You run deep. And I needed that. I didn't know at the time, like, like I had problems, man, like that I couldn't see. Things I couldn't see was like, attacking me, and like still is. Like, but it's usually mundane. I thought, it was gonna be over. Time was up and like, but I know it was, time came and gone. Back last month it was a date on some something. I had a direct date. Boom. But nothing moving. I got $1 in my pocket. I got these cards. Only one card I use now. This bank card I'm using. The rest of them, that's what I'm saying. Like I used to have money in my wallet, couldn't afford my wallet. You know what I mean? That's why I was wearing my wallet in my front pocket like this. I'm different. No tattoos, bone ass on. That's good, though. But shoot, I got a good love for my good woman, my good, you know what I mean, goddess. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Cause I know she always listening and watching. Like, yo, she's somewhere in the energy and like it's different. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he don't even be like eavesdropping on people. He don't do that, man. He don't do that. Like it's a lot going on here. Like how God's gonna come down, okay, just speaking everything to happen for everybody. No, man, don't work like that. Don't work like that. Yeshua, you don't excuse me. I have to do that. That's why I got my chicken feeding clothes on. No, it's an old work shirt. I was working now. I tried to get back on when I got here. They didn't want to let me. Then I went over here to the other place, but I seen when I went to the other place. I said, "Now I tell you, you see now." I'm like, then they kicked me out of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I guess because I said something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have shit. You know what I mean? So now that with my partner, I'm telling us, hey man, our tribe calling us, man. You gotta wake up, bro. You don't want to wake up. Like he don't want to wake up. Like we popping off in the in the chat, we talking and all that. Like leave me, man. Like like yeah, we all moving in the right direction, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. With respect and respectably. I appreciate that. Like people come in and you feel me. I'm just gonna be here like this. Let's see what we can do, what we can create. I got a lot of things on the board. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure other people is gonna come here. You got things on the board. You know what I mean? Like I say, two great minds think alike, and then you know what I'm saying. You build off that. That's like that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like we talking about. We start speaking about revolution for our evolution. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm all about that. It's time. So I just stay on, keep doing this, like, and doing this, and bad, like, doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's that. So I'm looking forward to, talking in chat. And then one thing about it, like, I ask people get in whatever they're doing, as long as they're not spamming, the thing like the chat. It's fine. I don't care what you say. Like, cause you know me, you told something, you just ignore something, it ain't gonna bother me. Next, you know what I'm saying? That's how you more like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you really have to work on yourself. Like to not worry about you just get out my channel with them. You wanna argue with somebody your channel. Nigga, this YouTube channel, nigga. You just a part of you know what I mean? The process. So you represent you, but and YouTube is allowing you to be on a platform, man. Let you do something wrong, get wrong, and it'll take you off. Like I was kicked off of X for some reason. I don't even know why. Like I was linked with some, you know, some good things in there, on X. Like man, boom, boom. I think that's why I got kicked off. They started seeing like divine moving over there, like the light, the energy, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's a whole nother process. Oh, I forgot. My hip hurt. So remember, our fly we're gonna take a look at. Yeah. See, that's consciousness. Now I'm thinking a million other different things, like I'm like in a whole nother a bunch of other dimensions at one time. Like when that dimension killed that big mosquito. Boy, he huge, but she tried to hang in there, you know. Uh, so yeah, so I'm here just keep talking and just being me. Like I don't know how to say it. I'm authentic and man, you smell it, you smell it. You don't smell it, go smell somewhere else then. You know what I'm saying? For real. Hey, say hey. How you doing? See, I gotta get some love for this little chicky poo. I like chicken, but I'm not gonna eat you, man. Okay. So, yeah. Yo, I mean, like, man, I'm happy now. Like, I was started like yesterday, kind of was going, you know, uh, getting out of whack, and I was frustrated, which I'm not comfortable at all. Um, I got so much coming at me, and I have so much stuff to stay on top of. This really, it's really nothing. It's just dealing with the process of my shoulder, my hip, and this company not communicating back like it's supposed to. I finally wrote my report today and took it to the office, and the lady from the corporate office was supposed to give me a call back today. I ain't heard nothing. So they trying to give me the dance around for workers comp, but nigga, I gotta go to work. I ain't got time to be, what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get out of here, man. Look, I'm trying to get out of here. Shoot, man. I want some, I need something nice, decent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's old, but I'll take anything. I'll take the fucking ground out if I had to. Yeah, so I don't care who be hearing, who be whatever. Like it don't matter with me. So yeah, I hate to leave. I just got a chicken. I thought it was gonna be working. Everything was going decent, and I went and bought these 6 chickens. But I can find somebody. But that's why I want to stay because I'm like, see, and I started trying to, set things in motion for myself and try to manifest things. And like now I'm gonna have to get back in the truck, probably go on the road then. But that's good because now you get to see me trucking. Hit some gears. You know what I mean? So, and then we just, keep talking and like as I'm traveling, yo, we can set up some events, somewhere and like, and everybody chip in and set up events like, for um, Associations Day and you know, we could do something for single moms, single um, dads, Associations Day or something, like different things. I'm open to anything. I like that white one. She beautiful. She run from me every time. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you though. Watch this. I'm about to get her. Hang on. Gotta go this way. About to catch her. About to get one. I'm about to get the white one. Gotcha. Gotcha now. Say, hey yo, he said he was gonna get me. I got her. See, she's so pretty. She got her hair growing. I gotta figure out what this is. Right there. Oh, like, she's tearing me up. You don't trust me yet? Huh? It's like, heck no. Pretty, right? You done win. Whoa. That's how you earn stuff. Like everybody go buy them pretty fellas and all that. Man. I find mine on the ground. I'm like, what is this? All right, see you later. Uh-huh. They love it out here. Oh, don't bother me. Killing mosquitoes, getting bit up. I'm used to that. Man, I got something else in my interview. It's coming in, and man, I'm confused on it. Some other stuff though. I got a lot. You know, those mosquitoes. Dang, man, even my elbow hurt all the way around here from holding on to the steering wheel. The dude was snatching me. And I'm already beat up from working all my life, working hard, and hurt myself a couple times and stuff like that. And people say, "Why you want to work out?" Shit, man, you beat me. Shit, you got to be out there in the rain, man. It used to be 40, it used to be 30, 35 degrees picking apples, and I was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, 12, we didn't go. 13, 14, 15. So I got 15 years old. We had to work out in the fucking field, like when it's ice coming out of the skies in November. No, I'm sorry. It's in October. Fall season going into uh, November. Because usually we finish picking apples like right around like usually on Halloween day we done or like a day or two after. If you go anything after the fifth, the apples all the leaves are gonna fall and the apples start falling on the ground. So the farmers start losing their crops. So they want to have them picked in upstate New York around that time. You know, um, so yeah, just I know a lot. I've been through a lot. So anyway, I don't know what I was saying. They got to come back to me again. 'Cause like I say, we be everywhere. It's fine to be everywhere like that. Like a person that is paying attention and feeling you, they'll keep up. You know what I mean? Because that means like me, I'm not for everybody. Not at all. I'm proud not to be. Like so. Oh, this can't be it. Hello,
Hey Kim.
how you doing?
Oh, hi there. This is Pat with NMG on a recorded line. I was asked to give you just a quick call back about your property in Florida.
Okay,
You sold about $130,000 on that, is that right?
right.
Okay, well, I have great news then. There have been some positive changes in the market, and there may be better refi and cash out options that weren't available to you before. So, as far as you know, is the house still valued at about 140,000?
Yes,
Okay, got it. Are you caught up at this time on your payments?
yes,
All right, got it. Okay, thank you. I will submit this information over, and they'll determine whether this is going to be a good fit for you or not. And when they do call back, it'll probably be very soon and from a number you won't recognize. So look for that and make sure you pick up the call. Sound good?
yes.
Great. And be sure to speak with.
You see, I don't know what that be. Like that's something different. I don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Some people they overlook a little stuff like that. Like like here they come calling again. Long Depot. Hello, hello, hello.
My name is Java, and I'm with Multiserve, a proud partner and official mortgage provider for Major League Baseball. Is this Ken?
Yes,
Okay. to request for information regarding a home loan? Are you looking into equity or getting a lower
No,
rate?
what I'm doing is looking to put my dragon on you, Laram Ipsion. Don't be calling my phone. I'm coming from the angelic kingdom. All right, I'm put my dragon on you. You know what time it is, Bean. I'll just do that sometimes. You know what I mean? Some of them don't call me back for real. They get scared. But I got a lot of that. I know how to do it and fix it, so I won't receive spam calls. Got a lot of stuff, but I need to get things lined up. So this is our team here, man, for real. You know. So yeah, um, we was back feeding the chickens. That's what I try and do. Come, go live back here and feed the chicks while I'm here. Um, so yeah, they fed, and I still have to go in and make some spaghetti, I guess, and got weird stuff going on in this house. So it's different here, man. It's tough. Like where I was, it was tough, but I thought it was gonna get better here, but came as a whole another thing. Still, they say spiritual warfare. Man, you looking neat, clean, and all this, that, and other, and you not, man, you, oh, spiritual warfare. No, you work for the other side. You bullshitting, playing with me. Get out of here. People post that stuff on YouTube. Other people walking around. Yeah, I know. You looking at them, but then they trying to judge you and tell you how to deal with it and do it. Like instead of coming to your aid, you know what I mean, and coming together and with unconditional love and allowing the person to vent, and about the situation, because and help them work, and work together with their process with spiritual warfare. Nobody don't do that. They talk about, well, with you spiritual warfare, man, you trying to look pretty. I mean, people seem like people get their life way to be on YouTube with they have 700-800 watches. Like, what the fuck? What? Man, I'm not about to sit around. I know you ain't making no money, no big money like that. Like, and then like even if I'm making that money, I want to take this money and use and flip it to do something else. You know what I mean? Not to be stuck on this so people can see my face and my life just too like, man, fuck that. I do it along the way. You know what I mean? Just one day may come. I just don't do this no more. Like, you know what I mean? I done outgrow it. I done had my it's been a battleground. It's been a battleground for me. Like literally, like for real. The spiritual warfare. It's been a whole battleground. That's why I'm here on live and just talking. And so with divine guidance, this is how we work. And with me being who I am, most he been telling me this, and I didn't get it, but I get it now. So I think I should have started early, and you would have saw me looking really bad, going through some really dark times. Like it's been a lot. That's what they say dark, but rough times, like dealing with myself. My process, and then like to realize, boom. You see? Can you see this? And the stuff you looking at seeing, the stuff people say, oh, don't mess with that. That's that demonic stuff. And Jezebel's like, man, what? Yo, man, you better, man, don't play with me, man. What that mean? What they gonna do? Kill you? That's all they gonna do. What they gonna send you to hell? Like, I don't know what the fuck that mean. Like, yo, I guess I'm going to hell then. That's what I would think, like that's the way I feel. I'm 10 toes down on business. Like I don't play it, even in the physical. Like what it is, like whatever. Like but I know what I walk with. I know who I am. You know what I mean? Like there ain't no doubt about it. Like like and like like now I would call him Puffy. You know what I mean? Like man, Puffy, that dude. Like man, like I don't get the celebrity status. I don't like that. Everything fake. You can see it. And it's uncomfortable. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's cool. I don't judge people. Don't fuck with me though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to be that way. Like, but I had too much other stuff to pay attention to. Just like all of us, everybody. You know what I mean? We ain't got time to be paying attention to. Oh, they should have did this. Should woulda, coulda, shoulda. But then you woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about somebody else. So I don't play that. But like, if it's something that's lining with where I'm going in life, my business or something, then that's different. you know. So um, I was about to say, dang, I got one person was watching in a light, but zero zero. I need to put my glasses on to see that. Like I was about to say, okay, that's cool. But and see, ain't nothing just blink and just make my stuff. Nah, I have to work on it, just like everybody else. You got to start small and let it grow. I see some people on here look, man, fuck that. No, some people on here look like they didn't been on for 3 years and 5 years, signed up 2015. It's been 10 years. Like, wait a minute, 10 years ago, that was 2017. YouTube wasn't like hitting like that. People was on it with the same page and been talking this stuff. And nah, I mean, if they was like, damn, like for real, they put in a lot of work. But man, there's some people like yo, man, you gotta watch it, man, out here, man, on these on this um uh YouTube, Facebook, all these platforms. Watch it, man. I'm telling you, what you think you going through is what you think you going through. Trust yourself, man. For real. You saying it right. If ain't nobody gonna believe you, whatever you going through. But you know, shit, I still tell people like everything. I don't hide nothing. But I mean, I got things between me and my father, like what's high. You know, like I don't, and I'm not here to come here to tell nobody what you got to do in this. Man, just moving your truth and righteousness and with unconditional love. That's it. I mean, you're not gonna, and if you're moving that way, like something like it's, like some people you got to step down on, 'em, depending on who you are. Like like some angels. Some angels, they not warriors. All angels, they so loving and caring. Like they don't want to be around no negative stuff at all. Period. Like if you act like you're gonna yell or holler, get what I mean. Like they don't like that. You know what I mean. They uncomfortable with that. And so I had experience with I had to experience that, you know, going through I mean, like, dealing with one, like, and it, like my life different, and and then like I thought about it, I'm like, and then if it was, the angel was actually scared of me, you know what I mean? Like, couldn't be still, and it was like, and it was just talking and then another one was like, "Oh, this is going pretty good." It was two of them. Like, I was in a little meeting type thing in a way, and it was like it's going pretty good. Oh, wow, this is really great. They wanted to look at me. I'm like, okay, and the other one just kept getting up in their seat and like, yeah, no, it was nervous. I'm like, and then when I thought about it, like about a day later, and then the stuff was attacking me, I started crying. Like, I busted out crying. Like, dang, this what y'all did to me, like trying to make them think that, like, this lifetime, like I'm a bad guy, like, and then like, really was I? But I'm like, nah, there's no way, because I wouldn't be here if it was that way, Like I probably had some battles, but I always been with the light. I never was dark. You know what I mean? Like, it looked like I attempt to go that way, but this stuff did so much with me, like, and what I had to hear, what I mean, like, what transpired with me in my process and how this kind of like how this began with me, even to be a human being at this point. Like, it used to make me cry. Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, wow, like, and it's confusing. Like, because one thing could be one thing, and because if something light could be telling me something, and something dark could be trying to come in and say something, and but I have to use my discernment, to assess the situation and discern, you know, what I feel. You know, like, chakra system. I got to understand about my chakra system. What other people talking about. like everything is part of your ascension process, you know, and I had to, it been been said to me a lot of times. I didn't know how to do it. Like I just being me. You see me? I'm just regular nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like just be that. And then like and I had been coached on worked with rather I would like to say like I've been worked with to understand with communication from all ways, even dark stuff. You know what I mean? Dark entities. You know what I mean? Even pull for me, like and like they fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They cool with me, and I'm cool with them. Like they know they dark. You know what I'm saying? Like and so I deal with that, and even them, like um would say, um you know would let allow me let me know that I'm an ascended master in the flesh. Like in the physical rather. I don't really say flesh. I say physical. You know, so in the physical, like I'm like, what does that mean? But I kind of get it. You know, I don't have no powers. Like if I sit down and meditate, my ears ring so loud, like it's hard for me to meditate. Like a lot of times, depending on where I'm at. If I'm to myself somewhere I can sit. But sometimes around a lot of people I can do it. With people sitting there. But it's just removes you from, like with me. It just removes me, from um like I was in jail. I was sitting on the toilet seat and everybody in the room I did it. It was my first time really actually doing it, being real with you. That was like uh last no, it wasn't last year because I can't remember. I think it was like 2 years ago. With the first battery charge I was in jail for, I went to trial on and had a mistrial. I had to go back and to court again, lost money with a lawyer before I ended up throwing stuff out anyway. Like, that's another story, man. It's bullshit, man. That's why I curse. You know what I mean? Like, I got a lot going on, man. I'm frustrated. Like, no help. Like, and nobody understands. Like I can't talk to nobody. Like, like, and then it's serious, like, when this vibration is level, the ascension level and all that. Like, like in me being me, I'm different. Like, man, like, it's hard, man. Like, cause I can't really talk to nobody. Cause when they don't like people don't find out like most human beings or most people. They, I don't care what background, nationality you come from, but me being a melanated being for one, and I like, I could have, be a street guy, whatever they thinking, soft, look like I want to kill somebody, shoot, rob, whatever. Um, you know, you know, with them, if with them thinking that, and some don't think that, and they come that way, but then when they start hearing me speak and talk, and how conscious it is, I run into a problem with people that way. Because they don't like receive true unconditional love. They don't, and I'm noticing that like, dang, people don't, and like nobody, like I could be in the store talking to people, and it start going, their mind start, because I can drift like that, like, but I know better, because I worked on myself. Like I don't drift and start thinking like, dang, he's just steady talking, and then you start trying to figure out why is this person steady talking to me and so nice, and this guy like, well, something. And then you talking to a guy, you start thinking like he gay or something. You know what I mean? Probably I'm not gay at all. Period. Like you know what I mean? Like I've been celibate for like 18 months. November be like 2 years. And um, I think I had opportunities, but and and like I had opportunities since I've been here. Like even yesterday. You know what? I was like, man, I didn't waste all that time just to go and deal with a peasant. You know what I'm saying? Like this, they ain't touching my royal body, man. No, nah. So I was like, nah, I'm cool on that, man. And that's how, like that's how good. I'm like, wow. And I was tempted to like, yeah, but I'm like, what? It wasn't gonna make sense. It wasn't gonna solve nothing. So I'm here on purpose. I stand on purpose. I'm about my you know my purpose. With God, the Most High. Source. That's my Father. Like it's what He put inside me. It's what He made me. Like and people got a problem with it. Like I'm not gonna change me. I like being myself. Me, I am. Like I can sit here and I can talk to the screen and nobody there. And I know somebody probably can hear, but I'm not thinking that. But it's like so I'm just talking to myself. And I like it. And I walk around places talking to myself, enjoying myself. Fuck that. I answer myself. My father, he was like, hey man, it's all right talking to yourself. Hey, and even answer yourself too. And I was like, yeah. And he funny, man. Like, he like he really is funny, man. Like, he funny. Like, he awesome, man. He an awesome guy. Like, he awesome. And he loving like that. And like if you seen him, you'd think he was a soft guy like me. Like, oh, but I'm like looking at him like, dang, like, like I guarantee you'll be like, you don't even know you was talking to Source. You be looking at him, he's so nice, you be thinking stuff, and he won't even mess with you. Like he don't even move, he's just a regular person. He's just super nice. You know what I mean? Like he's super nice. He's super nice. You know, so I mean, I protect that, you know what I mean, for him so he don't have to be like they say, oh, I'm a jealous God and I'm a burn. Nah, he don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he got. You know what I mean? Other creations for to take care, to do that, to be the devil. Who gonna go get the devil? Huh? Like if something like, if Celeste was sat there right now, like Independence Day, man, and just sitting there, people going around like, who gonna, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking, I'm like, I didn't believe in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, like who would go and talk like for this right here, man? You seen the ones in New York, and then please tell me why they ain't seen no jets. They seen the lights there. Why they ain't seen the jets to check that out? And it was in Ethereum. It wasn't like it was in the atmosphere, in the stratosphere. No man, that thing was right in Ethereum. Boom, like it was here. No F-16, no jet, no nothing even went close to that shit, man. You know what it was. You find on YouTube the lights over New York City, New Jersey at night. It sat there for like 3 days. I seen a little bit of it. I didn't watch much. But it was sitting there because man, we got people, we got a lot of people in New York, man. Like looking at the Diddy trial, you better be careful. You don't never know who on assignment, man. For real. You better be careful, dog. Man, you got whole earth angels out here and stuff. We taking licks out in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we talk shit. We have to. We hear Trump talking shit. He have to. Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this and the other, there's a lot of racist people here. You can't go in and try to convince them or nothing to be. How you gonna? Who gonna deal with them? You go in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You talking to these people. They on that side. Spanish people, these people. Some people don't want to fucking hear that shit, man. Man, get the fuck, man. What? You a problem? Like, so how you gonna be nice and talk? Nah, they don't want that. They want their money, they riches. They want this. They want that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be. So we here on purpose, man. Stand on business, man. 100. You know what I mean? Like we don't come here to make nobody do nothing. But it's a process. We speak for the people that can't speak for themselves. We fight for the people that can't fight for themselves. Like even me. They want to like I want to press charges on him. The prosecutor arguing with me. And now it seemed like they was going to try to put the charges back on me. This guy attacked me like I'm making up stuff. I was saying, man, I'm 49 years old. What does that mean? That I want to move all the way here to come here all the way here to Indiana and risk losing a job that I know I need in this good ass town, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to get on with the company here, but it wasn't gonna be long. Like I know my process. You know what I mean? Like I tell you what, with Source, yo, you go places. That's how the divine they want to see. That's how they see. You know what I mean? And then I'm so loving and caring. I'm always paying attention to people. I talk a lot more than people because I'm vibrating how I got moving fast in dimensions. Like I'm always moving fast, and I don't have that balance. You know what I mean? That's why with me, I think that if I, had a wife, you know, you know, they, we was aligned. That's why I already know what's for me. It's out there. It's close, and like it will help me balance myself because like the PTSD I have, stuff like that. People take it as a threat, because I'm talking, I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm hyper, and then I have depression. Like you see me get sad and cry, but that's mostly like, I'm thinking like, man, I got a lot on my plate, man. I'm like, I'm getting, this stuff attacking me, and then they saying how God is. And I don't like that, man. Not at all. I don't like when they try to say God. Nah, man. He got everything else to be that destroy and kill and destroy and stuff. He don't do that shit. Not one time. So, so I'm here to speak the truth about that. And allow people to think about it. If you want to go to the Bible, I'll show you some scriptures in the Bible. You'll try to make something up. Oh, but that was the Old Testament. I don't give a fuck what testament. That's the Old Testament. It's the same fucking shit. But God, that ain't God. That ain't God. Nah, they're not most high. That's another God, like Elohim. I don't want to get into the Elohim. There's other gods, man. That's why he said, I don't want you to worship no other God. That's the God who was over this, that, what I mean, had to, you know, whatever, the situation may be, like, that was, had the chance to make things right or, and just did it. So that's why he didn't want you to cherish other gods. And God ain't nothing but to them, like it ain't nothing but some celestial would have come with high ranking. And to sit there and just, what I'm saying, and say stuff, and then other things gonna come down like me and make sure it's done, taken care of according to like what source, the creator. All things, every universe, every sector, every planet, everything. He been, like it's infinite. So I come from that. And when you sit down here on assignment, you waking up to it like as I'm speaking now, and it could see, you hear it float like a river. That's how it flows with the side of me. You know what I mean? Like, and you can hear it. Like I'm not sitting here trying to make things up, but and then it's how the divine works. It's how it works with me. For my inner being. So um, I so it's just any celestial being that just had more power than all beings, the top level. That's all. That that one God. That's why you got the big G God and little G God. They say, oh, that's the Lord talking, but that's God talking. Wait a minute. The Lord and God the same thing? Or what? I don't understand. But it's big G, but wait a minute. Didn't who wrote that? That's we'll get into that. You know what I mean? Well, other people can explain that part. Welcome to it. Like just explain that because I don't have time for that. I have responsibilities, to pay attention to and trying to line my stuff up, man. Hey, you know what? Let's go cook then. How about that? Yeah, I gotta cook really quick. Really, really quick. We can do that. I'll be on there. You know what? I'll be watching all the other people's stuff. I must well stay on here. And my videos might say 7, 8 hours. Welcome to it, cause let's do it. Like, yo, that's all I got. Like right now, feel connected. See, I can't jump up like that. I want to with my hip. Yeah, dude did that. I'm gonna come back out and let y'all in y'all house for the night. So let's go. wallet. So let's go in here. And it's over the house. You gotta excuse the house. You see what I mean? I don't know how long you stay on here, but so I gotta cook a little something a little bit. I only got like 2 burners where this burner red clean out and up. So yes sir, yes sir. I don't go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But I can still talk, you still can hear me. Gotta go out. So let me mute this. Hang on a second. I'll be back. Let me put the headset on. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm back. Back in the building, baby. So I don't know how to do camera angles and all that. Like I just use my laptop. I don't use my phone. I don't have many places to go to do that. I can't stand these to be open. Like just, I want to fix that, but I don't like to get in nobody's way. You dig?